Top 10 Strongest Kage in Naruto. Not many ninjas can be considered Kage-level, and that is because they need to be selfless and have incredible leadership skills. It also helps if they are extremely skilled and powerful. This video already covered the strongest Kage in Naruto, but there are a number of other powerful ninjas who deserve to be highlighted. Number 10. Yagura. Obito was one of the Akatsuki's strongest members, which is why he was able to control Yagura with his Sharingan. Yagura was named the 4th Mizukage at a rather young age, and that is because he was the Three Tails Jinchuriki. He was in fact the 3rd Jinchuriki to gain control of his tailed beast. Yagura was a naturally gifted ninja, and he possessed a unique jutsu that allowed him to create water mirrors that could reflect attacks. The Three Tails also gave him access to immense chakra reserves and destructive power. Number 9. Gengetsu. Gengetsu was the Mist Village's 2nd Mizukage, and his power was on full display when he was reanimated during the 4th Great Ninja War. As a member of the Ozuki clan, Gengetsu could use the hydrification technique to transform his body into water. This ability basically made his body immune to physical attacks for a time. Gengetsu would summon a giant clam to fight alongside him, and it created its own Genjutsu by exuding mist that the 2nd Mizukage could use to create mirages. He could also create miniature clones of himself. These clones were made up of water and oil, and they would continuously expand, explode, and reform thanks to water vapor. Number 8. Mu. Mu is the Stone Village's 2nd Tsuchikage, and he had the ability to completely hide his chakra and physical presence, which made him almost impossible to detect. He could also split himself in half to avoid critical damage, but doing so also cut his power in half. The most dangerous part about Mu is his ability to use Dust Release, which is arguably one of the strongest jutsu in the entire series. This extremely rare nature transformation allowed Mu to create 3-dimensional objects which he could fire at his opponents. These objects would then expand and disintegrated anything caught inside of them. Number 7. Tobirama. When his older brother died, Tobirama was named the Leaf Village's 2nd Hokage, and although he wasn't as strong as Hashirama, he was still pretty powerful. Tobirama was proficient in all 5 basic chakra natures, but his mastery of water release allowed him to create powerful attacks without any nearby water sources. Tobirama created the Flying Thunder God technique, a space-time ninjutsu that made him one of the fastest ninjas in history, and he would often use it in tandem with a sword. He also created the Multi-Shadow Clone and Reanimation Jutsu. It took a highly skilled team of cloud ninjas to take Tobirama down, and 2 of them possessed chakra from the 9 tails. Number 6. The 3rd Kazekage. Gaara has provided a lot of stability as Kazekage, but in terms of overall strength, he does not compare to the 3rd. The 3rd Kazekage may have been killed by Sasori, but he is still considered to be the strongest ninja in Sand Village history. He was so powerful in fact, that Sasori went out of his way to turn him into a puppet. The 3rd Kazekage was feared because he possessed the magnet release Kekei Genkai, which allowed him to produce powerful magnetic forces with his chakra. He combined this ability with iron powder to create the dreaded iron sand, which he could use to create large structures and particles which acted like bullets. Number 5. The 3rd Raikage. Multi-episode battles are a common anime cliché that won't be stopping anytime soon, and this was prevalent during the 4th Great Ninja War. It took more than one episode to defeat the reanimated version of the 3rd Raikage, which makes sense since he is regarded as the strongest ninja to ever hold the title. The 3rd Raikage was able to take on a rampaging 8 tails by himself, and the only injury he sustained was a self-inflicted wound. He can wrap his body in a layer of lightning chakra, which significantly increases his physical strength and speed. This mode is the reason why he was able to take on an army of 10,000 enemy ninjas alone. Number 4. Minato. Kakashi's Umbu arc is arguably the best filler arc in all of anime, and it gave Naruto fans the opportunity to see Minato make decisions as the 4th Hokage. Minato was known throughout the ninja world as the Leaf's Yellow Flash, and that is because his mastery of the Flying Thunder God technique was greater than the 2nd Hokage's. Minato was considered to be a prodigy, which explains why he was able to fend off the 9 tails when it attacked the village, and he did this while also fighting a very determined Obito. Minato also helped to end the 3rd Great Ninja War by single-handedly wiping out an army of about 1,000 stone ninjas. Number 3. Hiruzen. Certain characters in Naruto were incredibly underrated, and the third Hokage is unfortunately one of them. Hiruzen was given the title when he was very young, but he did not disappoint, as he was a student of both the first and second Hokage. Only 2 ninjas were ever considered to be the god of shinobi, and Hiruzen was one of them. Hiruzen trained a legendary Sannin, and over the course of his life, he learned every single jutsu that the Leaf Village had to offer. He was able to fend off the Nine Tails while Minato dealt with Obito, and he was still able to go toe-to-toe with Orochimaru in the reanimated versions of the first and second Hokage despite his advanced age. Number 2. Hashirama. Hashirama Senju founded the Leaf Village with Madara Uchiha, and he went on to serve as the first Hokage. The ninja world considered Hashirama to be the original god of shinobi, and that is because he possessed an incredible amount of powerful chakra. When he was alive, Hashirama was the only ninja capable of using wood release, a nature transformation that allowed him to essentially create forests out of nothing. Wood release allowed him to create massive golems and Buddhas, and it allowed him to drain an enemy's chakra, which is why he was able to subdue most of the tailed beasts by himself. Number 1. Naruto. Naruto started off as a troublemaker who just wanted to be noticed, and by the end of the series, he managed to become a hero worthy of the Hokage title. He is the Leaf's 7th Hokage, and he is arguably the strongest Hokage in history. Naruto managed to become a perfect Jinchuriki when he and the Nine Tails became partners, and the tailed beast's vast and powerful chakra greatly enhanced Naruto's strength and abilities. Naruto has an array of effective jutsu at his disposal, and these abilities allowed him to take on Kaguya and other members of her godlike clan with ease.